What is up, guys? This is MegaDoseGaming coming back to you with episode 11, I do believe, of your Kansas City Royals franchise. And today we have a September episode. Yes, in 2020, 3 years after the franchise first started, we do have a September episode, and that is because the Royals are in the wild card chase. To explain it in short story term, if we go to schedule, we had an amazing month of August. We started off rough, but then we won of like 6 of our next 7. We took the series from Chicago. We did end up going on a little losing streak there, but then we took we split the series in Detroit, took 2 of 3 from Toronto, and then swept Detroit to end off the month. So basically, Kansas City Royals, despite all odds, have done amazing. Moving on now, let's check out the pitching, because that has not what has carried us. Stroman has come over. He's done a decent job. 0.8 WAR in 44 innings. He's on pace for 6.1 in all. I still don't know if it was the right trade. We gave up a lot, but I'm confident that it will work out for us. If we do go down here, Reese McGuire is hitting 220 in Toronto, so definitely not as favorable as his Kansas City stats. But moving on, Zach Davies has done still fantastic. Luis Revelar has continued to be average. He may be a guy we try to move for a bat in the offseason. Daniel Young, we claimed him off waivers last year. He's been worth 1.4 WAR in 60 innings. He's like my unstoppable lefty, which I thought would be Orozco, but Orozco has just been pretty average with a 4.5 ERA. Addison Reed's currently our closer. He's been doing good. And JT Charco has been doing well as well since he's come off of injury. Only 24 innings pitched. We did call up our October call-ups. Scott Blewett starting right now. I don't know how long that'll last. But moving on to the lineups. Dievy Gruan is having an interesting year, to say the least. He's OPSing 530, but he's only got negative 0.1 WAR. Because he has the best fielder I've ever seen. He's throwing out 47.6% of his base runners. He's got a plus 2.5 zone rating in only 300 innings. He's just doing quite amazing. Ramos is his backup right now with Chase Velo backing him up under there. We got Escarala starting at first, because if we go over here, Ryan O'Hearn got injured. So he's out for the rest of the year, it looks like. If we make it to the playoffs, he could possibly come back in then, but he was having an amazing year. Looks like that stopped that. So, moving on, we got Mondesi. Profar's on fire. Jared Joseph, I do not want him starting. That must have been in the minors. Let's go here. Nope, we do not want him starting. So we go there. So Jamar Race is now starting. Jose Ramirez is our starting shortstop because he moved Mondesi to center field, which I thought was quite interesting, but I can dig it. Anderson Miller is the starting left fielder. Seth Beer has disappointed me. I don't know if this guy's going to pan out, and if he doesn't, we are so screwed. Because if we go to scouting reports, offensively solid, doesn't make too many mistakes. Definitely not the star he was projected to be. He's only got a 770 OPS in his age 23 season. I mean, he's young, but it's getting up there, and I don't know if he's ever going to reach this potential. Long term, he might actually be a first baseman because his offense or his defensive ability in right field has been god awful. Negative 6 zone rating in 900 innings, so definitely not good. Right now, I have him at DH trying to increase that WAR, get his ratings up. Sir is taking over right fielder for right now. I'm definitely not planning on bringing him back. He's awful against lefties. He's good against righties, but he is so bad against lefties. And with that $4.8 million price tag, he will not be coming back. Maybe we could trade him for a pitcher or something of that nature. Taylor has really cooled down, and we just call up this Dalton Griffin guy. So, got a couple guys on fire, a couple guys cold. But I'm interested to see what this team can do, honestly. We just had that amazing month. I forgot to show you the standings, but once we sim this day, as we lose 4-10, definitely not ideal there. But if we go to the standings, the Royals are 66-68 now, 8 games back, and we were a game and a half back, now 2.5 back. I don't know. I'm just hoping we can get hot down the stretch. We were hot in August, but as this team is, it's just so inconsistent. You will have a hot week, and the next week you will lose all your games. So just as we were coming off the All-Star break, we were pretty on fire. As we lose again at Cleveland, hopefully we can salvage this series. I think that was okay. As we do, JT Chargo is injured. Great. One of our best relievers is now out. We can put Colin Rogers in AAA. I don't even want him. Let's just wait and DFA him. So anyway, really, just we need this team to stay healthy. Let's see. We'll move Young in the setup role 7th or later, 6th or later, and we put him in high leverage. So we just took that game against Cleveland. Now Stroman is up in the rotation. Hopefully he can give us a start. Oh my God, that is what? Who gave up? Stroman gave up 3 earned runs, and then oh my God, Young, come on, 0 innings pitched, and Addison Reed blows the save. 7 blown saves. How many saves does he actually have? 20. Great. He's got like a 66% save. We might change that up. What about if we just do like stopper? They added this recently to the game. That's what we're gonna do. And then Chun can do that too. That's what we're gonna do. He can be 7th in close game. No closers because Addison Reed is apparently terrible at that. So we blow that game against Boston. We are now 3 games under 500. Definitely not looking great. Boston. I know Boston's really good. They are first in the wild card. So I'm really not too surprised, but I am a little bit disappointed. And then we take that last game. So we have a constant theme here. We salvage the last game. Mondesi is now hurt for 4 days. And Musgrove is out for 5, so that's fantastic. But if we go here, Boston and New York. Oh my God, New York, 98-42? What? Boston's up 16.5 games, and we are now 4.5 back. Looks like Tampa Bay's taking off. The AL East is going to have 3 playoff teams. And we win that game, so we take that first one against... and did somebody just get hurt again? Was that Davies? Davies is out. Oh my God, stop getting injured. But AL East is dominating apparently. We are 8 games back in the division still. I should probably just stay on the standings. Probably the best move there. And we are still we're 4 back now, so Tampa Bay didn't play that day. We keep moving on. Come on. We got a 4-game series against Cleveland. Already taken the first one. I'm hopeful though. We are 2 games back, 1 game back, and we are 3 back of the wild card. We got a chance, people, and we're gonna go and place Mondesi on the disabled list. All right, there we go. We got this 2-game series against Cleveland. Oh, and we win again. We're at 500. This is a monumental record. We are at 500. Stroman throws a complete game shutout, 13 strikeouts. That is what we traded for. That is awesome. He's got a 2.91 ERA in KC. We don't want the splits. Let's see what he's got 1.3 WAR in 58 innings. Oh my God. All right, so now we have our worst part of the bullpen coming up. Musgrove and Blewett. These are the guys we got to get by because should we start Stomont though? Or Holmes? Holmes wasn't doing that well. Let's start Stomont instead of Musgrove. No, I don't want to click on him. Come on. Okay, there we go. So we're going to start Stomont there. Try to sweep Cleveland's. Come on. And we sweep Cleveland. A big series there. And they are a leader. We're only 5 games back of the division. And 3 games back of the wild card. Both are in reach. This has just been an amazing run from us. I don't know what's happening. I really was not expecting to beat this year. I was expecting to do 500. But we have done both. 3 games back. We now have San Francisco. It looks like they're good. Might be a problem here. And we take 3-0. Scott Blewett, a complete game shutout. This is a run of monumental proportions here. No, I don't want to see those playoff odds. That will jinx it. We are now 4.5 back. 6 games in a row we've won. We are 2 back of the wild card. We now have another game against San Francisco. Looks like it was a 2-game series. Come on. 3-0. Come on. My computer's going slow. And we win 7 in a row. What is happening in Kansas City? We got a couple players retiring there. This is crazy. 4-2. Who pitched this game? Zach Davies, 7 innings, 2 runs. Addison Reed with the save. Looks like that stop roll has worked for him. Now on to Toronto. How's Toronto doing? No, I don't want to look at the pennant chase. Standings. Come on. Toronto is 51. Okay, we gotta take. They're 51-95. They're 50 back of the division. We just traded for their ace. We have got to take at least 3. We're 2 games back of the wild card. Come on, 4.5 back of the division. We got 2 of our best pitchers coming up. Come on. Oh, OOTP, don't screw me now. And we just wait. We wait. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. That is big. We're 5.5 back out of division now, and I don't care who's retiring. Are we still? All I care about is we're still 2 back of the. We're 3 back. That's big. Their magic number is 14. We gotta win these next 3 against Toronto because we got Baltimore up next, and they're not as bad. We lost 2-6 in that first one, and we won 14-2. That is huge. And Mondesi's off the DL, so we can place him back on the active roster. Activate from disabled list, and we will have. So Ron Mondesi's back in center field. Looks like Michael A. Taylor was trailing off. Let's see if Beer's done any better. He's done not really any better, but his no defense is playing better in his WAR area. So we won 14-2. I think Stroman pitched 8 innings, 1 earned run in that game. I do want to see how. And they didn't even play what's his name in that, Reese McGuire. So moving on, we got Stallmont and Scott Blewett. We really need them to show up here. We already lost the first game of the series. And we 1-0. What is happening? Stallmont with 6 innings, 0 earned runs. Addison Reed closing that up. We now are 3.5 back of the division, 9-1 our last 10. 2 back of the wild card. 13 and 11 are the magic numbers. So I do wonder. Let's see. So we got one last game against Toronto. Hopefully Blewett can show up. Please Blewett. Come on. And we do. Oh my God, the offense is playing a huge role in that. Blewett with 4 innings, 5 runs. Sparkman with 2 innings, 1 run. And Sean with 3 shutout innings. What is happening? 3.5 back still of the division. That magic number is now down to 10. And we are 1 back of the wild card. What? Okay. Oh my God, we won another. We were playing a new opponent. We were playing Baltimore, who is 66-85. So we're getting really lucky with the schedule here. Zach Davies, not his best pitching performance, but look at the bullpen. Jeanmar Gomez, who we acquired in the Stroman trade as well, has done really well for us. 3 ERA and 16 innings. Oh, this is crazy. As we win that one in extra innings. Looks like Seth Beer got hit by a pitch to help Kansas City. Any way you can, man. Any way you can. And I don't want to look at the playoff odds. So now we play Baltimore once again. We got 2 more. We have gone on an absolute tear here. And we win again. What? We win that. Ribelar throws 6 innings, 1 run. Addison Reed throws 2 innings, 1 run. I cannot imagine this is happening. And my throat is a little dry, so I'm going to cut out, get a drink, and I'll be back in a second with the 3rd game versus Baltimore. So we are back with the 3rd game at Baltimore here. We have taken the first 2 with only 3 runs in between, so a run differential of 3 runs. If we go to the info, I just want to check what our 13-5 in September. So I do want to check the schedule. We have Baltimore, Chicago, and the Twins. I do want to check those. So Baltimore's not doing good. Chicago's not doing good. And the Minnesota Twins are right behind us. So this should be an interesting last half of the year, not last half of the month, we are tied for the wild card. Both we have been on fire. Tampa Bay isn't even doing that bad, but we have just been crazy good lately. We got Marcus Stroman on at Baltimore. We should be able to take this game. Granted, Stroman pitches to his ability. I don't know, man. And we lose 1-2. Looks like Stroman pitched great. 6 innings, 2 runs, and Chun came in, and we just couldn't get the offense going. So we are now 4 back of the division and 1 back of the wild card. This is big. Now a series against Chicago. This is probably it. They have Tampa Bay has a magic number of 10, while Cleveland is 7. Do we play Cleveland again, though? That is the question. Looks like we do not. So realistically, our only option is the wild card here, and I simmed that day without seeing that. Hopefully, we can get to 80 wins. Please. And we don't. We lose. We've lost 2 in a row now, both 1-run games. Looks like Salmont pitched another decent game. And he did. 5 innings, 3 runs. And, that's too bad. So now we are still 4 games back of the division, but game and a half back of the wild card. Are we choking it away? We probably are. So we lost the first game against Chicago. Oh my god, we've lost 3 in a row. Tampa Bay continues winning. So I think we're 2.5 back now. And it's a shame. And we win that one. So we're still 5 back of the division. Only a half a game back of the wild card. Looks like Tampa Bay lost that. So Tampa Bay and Kansas City have been kind of slacking here lately. Minnesota's picked it back up, as well as Texas. So those guys are not out of it. I would say Seattle's pretty much out of it. But moving on, who pitched that game? Zach Davies, man, he has been such a find for us. 3.8 WAR already? Oh my god. Yeah, he's been a find for us. So now the last game against Chicago. Hopefully we can split the series. Rebel, I need you to show up, my man. I need you to show up. And getting this win would also signify a 500 record. And we lose a 1. We had a... what? We had a... What is that? 3, 4... We had a +1 run differential in that series, and we lost 3-1. Are you kidding me? And we're a game and a half back of the... Oh, my God. This last series is going to be huge. I might actually play these Minnesota games. So they're magic number 6. Make that 5. We're 2 back. We have 5 games left. I think I'm going to sim these 2 Minnesota games, and granted we're not out, I'll play the 3 Chicago games. And we win that one, so 5-4. Looks like, who just got hurt? Michael Taylor with a mild abdominal strain. I'll leave him in there. We're still 6 back of the division, but 2 back of the wild card. And, wow, that sucks. So, 5 games left still? I have hope, but the magic number for Tampa Bay is 4, so we need to win all of these games, and I do mean all of them. Wow, this is way more competitive than I ever imagined, though, so I have to give our players that. As we win 5-0, we are still 2 games back. Tampa Bay has done its job as winning their games. We are not giving them anything, but they are taking the games for themselves. Who are they playing? I do wonder. I don't care about. They're playing Oakland. They just played. They just played. Wow, they got the 54 win Toronto Blue Jays and the 65 win Oakland Athletics to end off the year. Pretty perfect schedule for them. Let's get back on us though here. Who do we have going these last 3 games? We got Blewett. Our 4 games: Blewett, Davies, Rebelar, and Stroman. Blewett, I need you, man. You finished a 7 ERA so far, but I really need you in this game. They could get the magic number down to 1 here, and that would probably put a nail in the coffin. If I do have to guess. I don't know. Just trying to distract myself. Ah, we lose. That's probably it then. If I did have to guess, we are 3 games back and 1 game back of the magic number is 1. They've won 5 in a row. If they win 1 more game, it is over. And they do. The Royals are eliminated from playoff contention. The Tampa Bay Rays had the easiest schedule, and we couldn't take advantage with that White Sox series. If we would have taken 3 or 4 or 2, even split the series, I think we would have been in good direction. They faced Toronto and Oakland to finish it off, and we couldn't do it. So let's go and sim through this series. As we did finish 83 and 77, though that cannot be considered a failure. That's what a 12-win improvement from last year, even more than that. As of course O'Hearn comes back the day after we get eliminated. Let's just activate. Just too bad, really, as we finish the series versus Chicago. See if we can get 85 wins. I'd be super happy with that, and we cannot, of course, because is that Stroman? Stroman gives up 11 hits in 6 innings. He still had a good year with us. 3.16 ERA. What is that? 2.4 WAR in 85 innings. Yeah, I would say that's pretty good. So I don't know what his final WAR was. 6.5 it looks like. So that is pretty good from him. So let's go ahead and sim through the playoffs here. I'll go and show you who the championship is. Actually, wait. Yeah, we'll just do, you'll find out next episode. Actually, I do want to sim until the actual playoff bracket shows up. And then I'll let you guys predict who wins, and I will show that next episode. But yeah, really too disappointing. The Kansas City Royals lost. It's really unfortunate. I thought after we ended up going, 18 and 10, or 17 and 12 and 18 and 10 in the last 2 months. Just unfortunate that Tampa Bay ended up getting hot at the end of the year and faced the best, I don't know what I'm trying to say, the worst teams. So out of these teams, put in the comment section who you think will win. My guess is the Yankees, as they won 107 wins. Boston won 106. Oh my God. How many did the Dodgers win? Dodgers were a wild card team with 93. So Arizona ended up winning 90 and didn't make it. So I guess I can't be disappointed with winning or losing 84 and not making it. But we ended up 4 games behind the wild card. Definitely making it look a lot farther than it was. They ended up winning 8 in a row to end off the year. So I don't know. So it could be, I could see Tampa Bay winning against Boston. But anyway, that is going to be a video. Make sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Leave it in comments or constructive criticism in the comment section below. And this is MegaDoseGaming signing out.